All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Nishit Kumar and with me is Sarabjit Kaur. The headlines. Over 61% polling recorded in the second phase of assembly elections in Uttar Pradesh. Uttarakhand registered 65% and Goa 79% turnout. Special CBI court in Ranchi to pronounce its judgment in fodder scam case involving RJD chief Lalu Prasad Yadav today. All educational institutions to reopen in Himachal Pradesh from Thursday. India's COVID vaccination coverage crosses 173 crore 38 lakh mark. Government bans 54 Chinese apps posing threat to national security. RBI Deputy Governor cautions against cryptocurrencies, says it was developed to bypass government control. First of its kind two-day global summit on reimagining museums in India begins today in Hyderabad. All-rounder Washington Sunderl ruled out of T20 cricket series against West Indies in Kolkata due to injury. And in women's cricket, India to take on New Zealand in the second ODI in Queenstown today. With the new Omicron variant of coronavirus causing concern, we appeal to our listeners to be vigilant and to get fully vaccinated and help others, including children between 15 and 18 years, to get vaccinated. Please continue to follow these three simple steps to stay safe. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, and focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011 2397 8046 and 1075. As our nation celebrates the 75th year of independence, a series of events are being organized by the government as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. To commemorate the occasion as a Jan Utsav, All India Radio News brings its listeners a special quiz on India's freedom movement and its glorious history. The quiz is being conducted every Monday and Tuesday in the morning news since 16th August last year and will continue till the 15th of August this year. India Post has joined hands as the logistics partner with All India Radio News for the Amrit Mahotsav quiz. Recalling our yesterday's question, known as the Agni of India, a revolutionary who was a member of Naujawan Bharat Sabha, helped Bhagat Singh and Rajguru escape after they eliminated a British police officer. Name the revolutionary. The correct answer is Durgavati Devi. As an active member of the Naujawan Bharat Sabha, Durga met several revolutionaries along with Bhagat Singh and learned bomb making. She openly opposed the sentence awarded to Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru. She even sold her ornaments in order to rescue Bhagat Singh and his comrades. AIR News got an overwhelming response from its listeners across the world, and the one lucky winner of the quiz is M.U. Supraja from Kuppam, Chittoor, Andhra Pradesh.
My name is M.U. Supraja. I am studying 6th class in Sainik School, Kalikiri, Chittoor district, Andhra Pradesh state. First of all, I want to thank All India Radio for selecting me in Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav quiz. I am very happy to become the winner of the quiz. I listen All India Radio News regularly. It is very helpful to develop general knowledge. All India Radio News gives reliable information. Many Indian freedom fighters sacrificed their life for freedom of our nation. Freedom fighters like Tanguturi Prakasham Pantulu, Sri Potti Sriramulu, Alluri Sitaramaraju, Durgabai Deshmukh and others were participated in the freedom fight. I want to serve the nation becoming an NDA officer. I wish the nation to celebrate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav on the occasion of 75th Independence Day.
And coming to our 54th question of the Amrit Mahotsav quiz in English, what is the real name of freedom fighter Vijay Singh Pathik, who led the Bijolia Kisan Andolan in Rajasthan? What is the real name of freedom fighter Vijay Singh Pathik, who led the Bijolia Kisan Andolan in Rajasthan? Listeners can send their responses to the question over WhatsApp on 8826 8826546262. That is 8826546262. Or through email on amritmahotsavquiz@prasarbharati.gov.in. And now the news in detail. Polling concluded peacefully yesterday for the second phase of elections in Uttar Pradesh, with 55 seats of 9 districts of the state going to polls. According to Election Commission, over 61% polling has been recorded in this phase. In the wake of COVID pandemic, all necessary arrangements were made. The districts where polling took place yesterday are Saharanpur, Bijnor, Amroha, Moradabad, Rampur and Bareilly. Barring few sporadic incidents, voting was peaceful in the second phase of elections in Uttar Pradesh. Voters came out in large numbers to exercise their franchise, which is a good sign for democracy. First-time voters and women voters were quite enthusiastic to cast their votes. Second phase will decide the political fate of 586 candidates, including 69 women candidates. The prominent faces in the fray in this phase include senior Samajwadi Party leader Muhammad Azam Khan, former minister in UP government Dharampal Singh, ministers in state government Suresh Khanna, Baldev Aulak, Gulab Devi and former mayor of Bareilly Supriya Aron.
In Uttarakhand, around 65.1% polling was recorded in the assembly election seats held yesterday. Chief Electoral Officer Saujanya informed that polling was held peacefully and no untoward incident was reported from any of the 11,697 polling stations across the state. Ms. Saujanya said that final polling figures will be released after the return of the polling parties to the collection centres. She said that about 80,000 officers, workers and about 40,000 security personnel, including central paramilitary forces, were deployed in the state for various election-related duties. Ms. Saujanya said that all EVMs will be put in strong room in 3-layer security. In Goa, 79% polling was recorded in assembly elections yesterday. Chief Electoral Officer Kunal said that the highest polling percentage was registered in Sankoilam constituency, where the turnout was 90%, while the lowest polling was recorded in Benolim assembly segment, where it was over 70%. More details from our correspondent.
Assembly constituencies falling under the North Goa district recorded a polling percentage of 80, while constituencies in South Goa witnessed a total turnout of over 78%. This election voting percentage is 4% less than 2017 assembly elections. Political fortune of 301 candidates, including 26 women, have been filled in EVM. Important candidates whose fate will be decided are Chief Minister Pramod Sawant, Deputy Chief Minister Chandrakant Kavlekar, Opposition Leader Digambar Kamath, Aam Aadmi Party Chief Ministerial Candidate Amit Palekar and Independent Candidate Utpal Parikar. All parties including BJP, Congress, TMC and AAP are claiming to get full mandate to form the new government. Now all eyes are on March 10 when counting will be held. Krishna Kumar Lal, AIR News, Panji, Goa.
The special CBI court in Ranchi will pronounce its judgment in the forest scam case involving RJD chief Lalu Prasad Yadav. He will appear physically before the special CBI court in the case related to illegal withdrawal of over 139 crore rupees from Doranda treasury in Jharkhand. Lalu Prasad has so far been convicted in 4 out of 5 cases related to multi-crore forest scam. This is the last case. The scam took place when Lalu Prasad was the chief minister of undivided Bihar. India's COVID vaccination coverage has crossed 173 crore 38 lakh mark. More than 40 lakh vaccine doses were administered till 7 p.m. yesterday. More than 1.72 crore precaution doses for the identified categories of beneficiaries for COVID vaccination have been administered so far. In the age group of 15 to 18 years old, more than 5 crore 24 lakh vaccine doses have been administered as first dose and 1 crore 63 lakh as second dose so far.
Himachal Pradesh government has decided to reopen all educational institutions and cinema halls from Thursday. The decision was taken at a cabinet meeting under the chairmanship of Chief Minister Jairam Thakur yesterday while reviewing the COVID-19 situation in the state. The cabinet also decided that all gyms and cinema halls will be opened and all kinds of community feasts will now be allowed. Talking to AIR News, Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Jairam Thakur has said that the decision was taken in view of declining cases.
हिमाचल प्रदेश में कोविड के मामले हम देख रहे हैं पिछले कुछ दिनों से काफी कम उसमें आ रहे हैं, काफी गिरावट हुई है एक्टिव केसेस में। तो ऐसे में हमने निर्णय किया है कि एक तो जो स्कूल कॉलेजेस सारे हमारे जो अभी तक जो है वो बंद पड़े थे, विशेष तौर से स्कूल का मैं जिक्र करूंगा, तो वो हमने 17 तारीख से खोलने का निर्णय किया है। एक तो ये हमने महत्वपूर्ण निर्णय लिया, सभी विंटर समर क्लोजिंग सभी स्कूल अब शुरू हो जाएंगे। दूसरी बात, जो रिस्ट्रिक्शन कोविड की हमने हिमाचल प्रदेश में लगाई थी, सोशल गैदरिंग और उसके साथ साथ मंदिरों में लंगर नहीं होगा, जगराते नहीं होंगे, जिम नहीं होंगे, ये जो टूरिज्म की हमारी डेस्टिनेशंस हैं, और उसके बाद ये सारी रिस्ट्रिक्शन हमने कल खोल दी है और निर्णय किया है कि कोविड के प्रोटोकॉल का हम पूरा पालन करेंगे।
In Odisha, double dose vaccination certificate or COVID negative report will no longer be required to visit Sri Jagannath Temple in Puri. This will be effective from the 21st of February. More details from our correspondent.
चतुर्भुजो जगन्नाथ कंठ शोभित कौस्तुभः.
World famous Sri Jagannath Temple in Puri will, however, continue to be shut on Sundays to sanitize the premises. Meanwhile, the temple administration has geared off to ensure smooth darshan of the Trinity by President of India Ramnath Kovind during his upcoming visit to the holy city on the 19th of this month. The President is scheduled to inaugurate the 150th birth anniversary program of Srimad Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada, the founder of the Gaudiya Mission in Puri, on the 20th of February. Adequate security arrangements are being put in place in view of the scheduled visit of the President to the holy city. Girish Chandra Das, AIR News, Bhubaneswar.
Shambhupani Chakrapani Padmanabho Narottama.
Ministry of Textiles has further extended the timeline for submission of applications under the Production Linked Incentive PLI scheme for textiles till the 28th of this month. Earlier, the last date of submission of online application under the PLI scheme for textiles was 31st of January 2022, which was extended till 14 February 2022. The eligible applicants may apply through online mode only. Government has banned 54 Chinese apps posing threat to national security. Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has issued the list of banned apps. These include Beauty Camera, Sweet Selfie HD, Beauty Camera, Selfie Camera, Equalizer and Bass Booster, Camcard for Salesforce ENT, Isoland 2, Ashes of Time Light, Viva Video Editor, Tencent X River, On MyOG Chess, On MyOG Arena, AppLock and Dual Space Light to name a few. The list of 54 apps includes some of those that have been banned by the government earlier but were rebranded and relaunched under new names. Upon official confirmation and after establishing the country of origin, orders have once again been issued to ban the apps. Several of these apps have been known to either run malicious software or directly send user information to China-based data centers without user consent.
You're listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Over 61% polling recorded in second phase of assembly elections in Uttar Pradesh. Uttarakhand registers 65% and Goa 79% turnout. Special CBI court in Ranchi to pronounce its judgment in fodder scam case involving RJD chief Lalu Prasad Yadav today. All educational institutions to reopen in Himachal Pradesh from Thursday. India's COVID vaccination coverage crosses 173 crore 38 lakh mark. Government bans 54 Chinese apps posing threat to national security. RBI Deputy Governor cautions against cryptocurrencies, says it was developed to bypass government control. First of its kind 2-day global summit on reimagining museums in India begins today in Hyderabad. All-rounder Washington Sunderl ruled out of T20 cricket series against West Indies in Kolkata due to injury. And in women's cricket, India to take on New Zealand in second ODI in Queenstown today. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर।
8700014242।
Welcome back. You're tuned to the morning news on All India Radio. Reserve Bank of India Deputy Governor T. Ravi Shankar has cautioned investors on cryptocurrencies, stating that crypto technology is created for the purpose of evading government controls and regulated financial system in a country. This comes after Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that discussions are on with the RBI on private cryptocurrency and central bank-backed digital currency, CBDC, and a decision will be taken after due deliberations. RBI Deputy Governor said cryptocurrencies undermine financial integrity, especially the KYC regime, and potentially facilitate anti-social activities. On February 10th, RBI Governor Shaktikant Das had cautioned investors, saying that private cryptocurrencies are a threat to macroeconomic and financial stability. He said that it will undermine the RBI's ability to deal with challenges. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on February 1st had presented the Union Budget 2022-23, wherein she had announced that the centre would impose a 30% tax on cryptocurrencies. During the budget session, she also introduced the digital currency to be used by the RBI. Culture Ministry is organizing a first-of-its-kind 2-day global summit on reimagining museums in India in Hyderabad today and tomorrow. The summit will be inaugurated by the Culture, Tourism and Development of North-Eastern Region Minister G. Kishan Reddy. The minister said that participants from countries such as India, Australia, France, Italy, Singapore, United Arab Emirates and the United Kingdom will be part of the summit. It said the summit will be held online over 2 days and participation is open to public. The minister said approximately 2,300 people have already registered to attend the event.
Union Ministry of Tribal Affairs has sanctioned 2.26 crore rupees for various activities pertaining to the festival of Medaram Jatara 2022. The Medaram Jatara is the second largest fair of India after the Kumbh Mela, celebrated by the second largest tribal community of Telangana, the Koya tribe, for 4 days. This year it is being celebrated from Wednesday till 19th of this month. Under the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the government has announced that tribal culture and heritage will be the cynosure of 2022. Coal production increased by 6.13% to 79.6 million tonnes from 75 million tonnes during January this year as compared to the same month in 2020. As per the provisional data of the Ministry of Coal, out of the total production during January this year, Coal India Limited achieved a growth of 2.35% by producing 64.5 million tonnes of coal.
And now let's listen to a special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day. In today's episode, we remember Assamese freedom fighter Nabin Chandra Bordoloi, who was born on the 15th of February 1875 in the Kamrup district of Assam. He was a prominent leader from Assam in the non-cooperation movement during 1920 to 1922. He strongly propagated the use of khadi and the principle of non-violence through his activism and lifestyle. Bordoloi joined the Assam Association and went to England in 1919 with the sole aim of arguing for the inclusion of Assam
in the Montagu-Chelmsford reforms. The visit was a success and Assam was included in the new administrative scheme. In 1920, he joined the Indian National Congress during the Nagpur session. Bordoloi took the initiative of furthering the activities of the Congress in Assam. For his involvement and activism during this time and later again in the 1930s, Bordoloi was imprisoned and underwent harsh treatment by the British. Bordoloi held various important positions in the Indian National Congress. He was the General Secretary of the Reception Committee of the Pandu session of Congress in 1926. Besides his role as a political activist, Bordoloi was also a notable writer and translator. In most of his works, patriotism is the important underlying theme. His dedication, perseverance and hard work earned him the popular title Karmavir. We salute the great freedom fighter.
We remember freedom fighter Jahanur Ali, a well-known freedom fighter of the Surma Valley, Assam. Jahanur, along with some 300 people, gathered at Kanai Ghat in Sylhet on the 15th of February 1922 to discuss the future course of political action. The meeting was convened after permission from the local police. However, the British authorities suddenly intervened in the meeting and ordered the people to disperse within 7 minutes. Without listening to the innocent people, the British police started firing, and in that firing, Jahanur Ali died on the spot. We salute the great freedom fighter.
We also remember Satyagrahi Siddheshwar Rajhans, who was martyred on the 15th of February 1932. Rajhans belonged to Munger district of Bihar and actively participated in the civil disobedience movement. The Congress Committee of Munger had declared 15th of February 1932 as the Jhanda Satyagraha Divas. Rajhans joined the crowd which had assembled around the Tarapur police station with the object of hoisting the flag over it. The police first warned the crowd to disperse and then opened indiscriminate fire on it. Rajhans was critically injured in the firing and died on the spot. We salute the great martyr.
We also remember Gandhian and renowned artist Kalapati Ganapati Subramanian, who was born on the 15th of February 1924 in Kuttuparamba in Kerala. He was actively involved in the freedom struggle and was known for his Gandhian ideology. He was imprisoned and later banned from joining government colleges during British rule. Post-independence, Subramanian got involved in many streams of art, including pottery and sculpture, murals and toys, and writing children's books. We salute the great Indian.
We also remember two residents of Delhi who took part in the First War of Indian Independence. These include Amir Ali and Sheikh Murad Khan. They were executed by hanging on the 15th of February 1858. We salute the great martyrs.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
Best wishes to all consumers for Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Hallmark ensures purity of gold. Always purchase Hallmark gold jewelry. For any consumer-related complaints, please contact National Consumer Helpline's toll-free number 14404. Issued in public interest by the Department of Consumer Affairs, Government of India. Jago Grahak Jago. Prasar Bharati CEO Shashi Shekhar Vempati has said that no radio station of All India Radio Network is being shut down or downgraded in the country. He said efforts are being made to upgrade and modernize the services of All India Radio.
There is a lot of fake news, a lot of misinformation that is floating out there. No radio station is being closed. No radio station is being downgraded. And services are being reformed because technology has changed. Listening habits have changed. There are more avenues for listener. So we have to be efficient, we have to be relevant, and we have to be modern in the way we produce content.
Russia has said that a diplomatic solution to Ukraine's standoff with the West is still possible. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov told President Vladimir Putin today that there was still a chance to agree on a security stance with the West. Russian Defense Minister further told President Putin that some of Moscow's massive military drills in Russia and Belarus were coming to a close in what could be a sign of de-escalation over Ukraine. Meanwhile, the US and UK leaders have said not all hope is lost for a diplomatic solution to the Ukraine crisis. All-rounder Washington Sunderl has been ruled out of the T20 cricket series against West Indies in Kolkata due to injury. In a statement, Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI, said Kuldeep Yadav has been named as Washington's replacement. Sundar suffered a left hamstring muscle strain during fielding in the third ODI against the West Indies in Ahmedabad. In women's cricket, India will take on New Zealand in the second ODI at Queenstown in New Zealand today. In first ODI, New Zealand defeated India by 62 runs in Queenstown. The 5-match ODI series will provide the visitors valuable preparation before the ICC World Cup, which will also be played in New Zealand from 4th of March.
And now let us take a look at the weather forecast for today. Srinagar recorded a minimum temperature of 1 degree Celsius and maximum is expected to be around 10 degrees. Jammu will have mainly clear sky. Leh recorded a minimum of minus 12 degrees and a maximum will be around 3 degrees. Gilgit will also have generally cloudy sky with light rain. The temperature will hover between 4 and 15 degrees Celsius. Muzaffarabad will have generally cloudy sky with light rain. The national capital Delhi is likely to have mist. Temperature will vary between 8 and 27 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have fog or mist in the morning and partly cloudy sky later. Kolkata is predicted to have mainly clear sky. Bengaluru will have mist. Temperature will hover between 18 and 31 degrees Celsius. Hyderabad is predicted to have fog or mist in the morning and partly cloudy sky later.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. Polling in UP, Goa and Uttarakhand in the frontline story carried by all the leading dailies. Homage paid to 40 CRPF martyrs at Ground Zero in Pulwama, reports the Statesman. Ex-chairman of Turkish Airlines, Ilker Aysi, is the new CEO of Air India, is the cover page story in the India Express. In the headline story covered by the Times of India, Supreme Court rules that interests of home buyers is paramount in any case of conflict in repaying loans to banks by the real estate company. Heartbreak day on D Street as stocks slide over 3% and Sensex tanks 1,747 points, reports the Economic Times. Kremlin singles more talks with West amid tensions on Ukraine is the front page story in the Asian Age. Oil prices touch $96 per barrel as Russia-Ukraine crisis worsens further is box item story in the Economic Times. Inflation edges past 6% in January, reports the Hindu. And finally, ISRO successfully launches PSLV C-52, reports the Hindustan Times.
And before we end the bulletin, a reminder of today's question of the Amrit Mahotsav quiz. What is the real name of freedom fighter Vijay Singh Pathik, who led the Bijolia Kisan Andolan in Rajasthan? WhatsApp your response on 8826546262 or through email on amritmahotsavquiz@prasarbharati.gov.in. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Over 61% polling recorded in second phase of assembly elections in Uttar Pradesh. Uttarakhand registered 65% and Goa 79% turnout. Special CBI court in Ranchi to pronounce its judgment in fraud scam case involving RJD chief Lalu Prasad Yadav today. All educational institutions to reopen in Himachal Pradesh from Thursday. India's COVID vaccination coverage crosses 173 crore 38 lakh mark. Government bans 54 Chinese apps posing threat to national security. RBI Deputy Governor cautions against cryptocurrencies, says it was developed to bypass government control. First of its kind 2-day global summit on reimagining museums in India begins today in Hyderabad. All-rounder Washington Sunderl ruled out of T20 cricket series against West Indies in Kolkata due to injury. And in women's cricket, India to take on New Zealand in the second ODI in Queenstown today. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.